Hi everyone, I'm Vikalp, a game designer here at Gamecrafters Collective. In today's video, I'm joined by Vinayak, our amazing audio designer and my colleague, to chat about his journey, what's it like working here, his creative process, and his role in both our games and the academy. So Vinayak, how's it going?
Hi, Vikalp. I'm good. How are you? And honestly, it's been such an inspiring and passionate journey so far. And every week, when I get to meet the team and we work on the games and we brainstorm about games, it's honestly opened up my mind in a lot of ways. I have to say, through GCC, I've gotten to observe so many different roles, which is honestly the best part. I've gotten to observe marketing, art, leadership, sound, animation, and development, and it's really shaped how I envision sound and music in games. And of course, working with Unity and Fmod is a cherry on top and has been a great learning curve and genuinely fun.
That's awesome to hear. To kick things off, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and your background? What got you into audio design in the first place?
Sure. Hello, I'm Vinayak from India. I came to the UK to pursue my master's in music technology. And honestly, I am obsessed when it comes to sound for movies and games, whether it's Hans Zimmer scores or Spider Man webs. I grew up playing a lot of GTA, EA Sports games, Halo, uh, Battlefield, Counter Strike, Need for Speed. I don't know, a lot of games. 16 with Pokemon games, and I've always been drawn to the way those worlds sound. I also deeply love something which is called Dolby Atmos, panning things around in that space, modular synths, experimenting with sound realism and unrealism. And I feel game audio is that one field where I get to mix everything, whether it's sound design, music, logic, math, and interactivity. So, yeah.
Well, I must say that passion really shows. So, how did you first come across the collective? And what's your experience been like since joining? Any major takeaways or highlights?
Funny enough, I joined GCC, Gamecrafters Collective, through a LinkedIn ad. And since joining, it's been full of firsts and constant learning. One big moment was during Cluck here, when I learned from Andy, who's our lead developer, how to export just the FBOT banks instead of the entire FMOD session, something we use in audio. Later, I used that to help a student who I had been teaching FMOD, who had been stuck for 3 days, and we fixed it in literally 1 minute. Those kind of takeaways really stay with you. And also, watching all the Unity screen shares and development meetings has made me much more confident navigating through these game engines, even though I do not come from a coding background. And people like Jin, Kenny, and Andy, they're so nice to help me out whenever I'm stuck with all of development issues. And of course, hearing your sounds come alive in a game build, that's the best part. That's the best feeling ever.
Love that. You've really become the go to person for all things audio here, from game sounds to marketing videos. In your view, how important is audio in video games? And could you walk us through how you usually approach creating audio for a project?
Audio is so important, honestly. It's immersive, it's reactive, it makes the game feel alive. Whether it's small little ambient drips in a cave, web zips of Spider Man, or slightly different footsteps, or changing like pitch, all of these things add up. Sometimes I just play games just with my headphones and like I close my eyes and just to feel what the soundscape is really helps me with my game audio ventures. So my process generally starts with a brief by the team. I open up my Logic Pro and I dive either into the video of some gameplay or I actually open the game build itself. And I create some variations using probability. For example, in Cluck here, we had 15 unique clucks when Cluxton was jumping, just to add that probability and less ear fatigue. I use synthesizers for you. I use this synth a lot called Moog Little Fatty. I record real sounds like slicing fruit or banging utensils, some both of which I did for Cluck here. and I really collaborate closely with the team. Andy, our lead developer in Cluckia, even made a few sounds on call, like, which was super helpful for me. And later I recorded these for the game. And for music, I write in sections so gameplay can dynamically shift with intensity or events.
Speaking of projects, I know you've been actively working on the audio for Cluckia and Don't Witch Me Now. How are you juggling with both projects and how does your process vary between them?
Honestly, it wasn't too difficult for me because personally I had a lot of time and I had good bandwidth to explore. I started off with Don't Witch Me Now, with Dave actually sharing me lyrics and mentioned the song Ladies Night by Kool and the Gang, which was then my prime inspiration behind making music for Don't Witch Me Now. And a fun fact, those lyrics were later removed, and actually if you win, like when you pass a level, you can actually hear some lyrics like "Don't Witch Me Now." So yeah, you can still hear that. For Cluck, yeah, the vibe was very different. It was farm based. You can see Cluck jumping in a mountainous area, and so it was a lot of acoustic guitar, farm themed. And so both games really taught me a lot. Like one's fantasy themed, one's farm themed, and it was really fun to switch context, pace, speed, and energy.
That's a great range. Switching gears a bit, what are your thoughts on the Academy? Have you been keeping up with the GCC Game Jam or maybe even participated in one yourself? What was that like?
I think the Academy is doing some incredible work. It's literally perfect for somebody who's aspiring to be a game maker, who's trying to learn, to build some portfolios, to collaborate with people. And it covers everything from programming to level design to storytelling, uh, to development of the game. And if I'm not wrong, they've also started boot camps, which is such a great step. And I was actually thinking of proposing a small little audio module for the academy. I love to help others to explore how sound fits into game design. And I'm really, really excited for the summer jam that's coming. It'll be my first ever summer jam, so I'm pretty excited about it. I believe it starts mid August, so which anybody can register at itch.io. So if you're into game making, definitely check it out. I'll definitely be there.
This was such a great conversation, Vinayak. Thanks a lot for taking the time and sharing your journey with us. We will catch you soon, and until next time, thank you and bye.